For more than 450 years, this painting appeared to tell only one story: the suffering of Christ, a helpless Christ, crowned with thorns, standing before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea, a moment of humiliation, judgment, and human cruelty captured by one of the greatest masters of the Renaissance, Titian. But beneath the suffering face of Christ, another story was waiting. More than 4 centuries later, when researchers looked beneath the layers of this masterpiece, they discovered something no one had ever expected: an almost complete portrait of an unknown man, a man whose name had vanished from history and whose image had remained hidden for centuries beneath one of the most famous religious scenes ever created. Who was this man, and why did Titian decide to cover his image with an entirely different composition? This is the hidden story beneath Tiziano Vecellio's Ecce Homo. The man the world knows simply as Titian was one of the greatest figures of the Renaissance, an artist who forever changed the way we understand colour, emotion, and the human presence on canvas. The title Ecce Homo comes from the Latin phrase meaning "behold the man," the words traditionally attributed to Pontius Pilate when he presented Jesus to the crowd before his crucifixion. But this subject was not a random choice for Titian. Throughout his artistic career, he returned to this moment again and again, the moment when Christ is brought before the crowd and his fate is placed in the hands of others. His more famous earlier version from 1543, now housed in Vienna, presents the scene like a grand public spectacle, an image filled with power, judgment, humiliation, and the cruelty of the crowd. But decades later, in this later version of Ecce Homo, Titian chose an entirely different approach. This time, the story was not about the noise of the crowd, but about silence, suffering, and a deeply human moment. And perhaps it was this very difference that allowed this canvas to hide another secret within itself for centuries. On the right side stands Pontius Pilate, dressed in a luxurious robe. He represents political authority, but at the same time he also represents hesitation and moral failure. He neither looks directly at Christ nor openly condemns him. His raised hand seems to say, "You decide, I wash my hands of this." Beside him, a guard ties the ropes around Christ's wrists, with a calmness that may be even more disturbing than the violence itself. His face is not filled with theatrical hatred. What we see is something far more unsettling: ordinary cruelty, as if the suffering of another human being has become nothing more than a routine and familiar event. At the centre of the composition stands Christ himself, with a crown of thorns upon his head, a mocking reed sceptre in his hand, and his gaze silently lowered. He appears stripped not only of earthly power, but even of his own human dignity. And beneath this very image of captivity and suffering, another story was waiting, a story that had remained hidden from everyone's eyes for more than 4 centuries. The discovery of this secret began in 2017, when the Andreas Pitar's art characterization laboratories at the Cyprus Institute were asked to examine the condition and materials of this oil painting before conservation work began. At first, it was nothing more than a routine examination, but when researchers studied the painting under a microscope, they noticed something unusual. Through the tiny cracks that had formed across the surface over centuries, different coloured pigments could be seen beneath the visible layers of paint. But these colours did not belong to the Ecce Homo scene. They belonged to another painting. It was as if the canvas itself was revealing a forgotten memory hidden beneath layers of time. Using advanced technologies, including infrared imaging and X-ray analysis, researchers began reconstructing the image hidden beneath Titian's masterpiece. Slowly, an unexpected image began to emerge. Not an unfinished sketch, but an almost complete portrait of an unknown man. But perhaps the most astonishing part of the discovery was that this portrait had been placed upside down beneath Ecce Homo. It appears that Titian turned the canvas around to reduce the visual presence of the earlier image, allowing him to create an entirely new composition on top of it. Yet the first painting had not completely disappeared. Traces of it remained hidden beneath the surface. Some features of the unknown man's face, such as part of his jawline, appear to overlap with the way Titian painted the ropes binding Christ's wrists. 2 different images. 2 different lives, 2 different stories that remained hidden together for centuries within a single canvas. But this discovery raised an even greater question: who was the man hidden beneath the image of Christ? What researchers uncovered was the portrait of a real person from the 16th century, a man wearing a dark doublet, a black cap with a thin moustache and a serious expression. His right hand holds a quill, while his left rests upon a table. Beside him lie what appear to be documents or books. Everything about his appearance suggests that he was likely a professional figure, perhaps a lawyer, a banker, or a government official. He was not painted as a religious figure, or as a symbol within a historical story. He was a real human being, but today, more than 4 centuries later, no one knows his name. We do not know who commissioned this portrait, why it was created, or what fate awaited the man who once looked out from this canvas into the world. And perhaps it is this very uncertainty that makes the discovery even more mysterious. But why did Titian, one of the greatest painters of the Renaissance, decide to cover an almost complete portrait with an entirely different composition? The truth is that we may never know the exact answer. However, researchers believe that the reason may be connected to the practical realities of painting during the Renaissance. In Titian's time, canvases were valuable materials, and reusing an existing canvas was not unusual, even among great masters in their workshops. And this was not a practice limited to the Renaissance. As we explored in our analysis of Jean-François Millet's The Angelus, paintings often contain hidden layers beneath their visible surface, revealing earlier ideas, abandoned compositions, or images the artist chose to conceal. Perhaps something similar happened here. The person who commissioned the portrait may never have returned to receive it. Or perhaps Titian saw an opportunity to transform an already prepared surface into something completely new. But the way he carried out this transformation reveals something about his artistic skill and confidence. This canvas became the meeting point of 2 different worlds. One world, human and personal, and another, spiritual and universal. The painting reminds us that every masterpiece contains invisible layers beneath its surface. Layers of paint, history, and human memory. Because sometimes the greatest secrets in art are not the things standing before our eyes. They are the things that have remained silently hidden beneath the surface for centuries, waiting to be discovered.